Okay, so now you'll see that I've got the entire bird laid out, but I need to lay it out in this dark gray square here. All these pieces need to be in this dark gray square. So I'm going to have to switch to UV mode so I can select UVs. And I'm going to grab all these things. It's going to take it a second, looks like. I should probably save before it crashes, if it's not about to. Okay, so that was my warning. So I'm going to save. And I can squish these as close together as I want to in this UV space, but they should not overlap. Now, that's not entirely true because I could overlap it intentionally if I wanted, and then anything that overlaps will get identical, will be identically textured. And so if I overlap the bottom of the wing with the top of the wing, then the bottom and the top of the wing are going to look exactly the same. So I don't think that's what I want to do. So I need to fit all these on this base. So to do this, obviously I'm going to have to shrink it down. But I want to shrink them all down at the same time so that I can keep my proportions how I want. I'm going to shrink it down a little bit. It doesn't have to be any precise amount. And then I'm going to start moving these around individually. So to do that, I select just a little bit of one of these patches or panels, and then I control right click and go to shell, and it's going to select that entire panel. And then I can start to shuffle these around and try to make them all fit. So let's try this. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. Let me just move it up. Okay, getting close. Looks like I might have to shuffle all these around just a tiny bit. Okay, so I fit it. Everything is fit now in this square. Oh, I have a wing overlapping though. So I'm going to need to overlap. Let's see. Grab this piece here. See if we can't slide it down. Okay, so with that done, there's what my UVs look like now. So there's kind of my sewing pattern. Now there are, every now and then you're going to have rounded parts to your mesh. And if that's the case, then you need to relax their UVs a little bit so that it gets more even spacing. So if you look at the top, the back of the bird in UV space, you can see that those faces aren't really the same size as these faces. And so what we can do to solve that is we'll select a few UVs, and then we'll control right click, and we'll go use this 2-shell border. Okay, and that's going to select all these borders. And I'm actually going to move this wing down a little bit. So I have to, but just this hole for the wing. So I need to deselect all the UVs except for these ones here. Okay, and so it's going to get messy before it gets cleaner. So I'm going to shift those down. Okay, then I'm going to control right click again and 2-shell border. I got a little shell border right here in the bottom where I'm going to eventually insert a foot. So I need to move that up. Okay. Now, with that done, actually probably what I need to do is, let's do this. I'm going to move the whole shell off to the side so I don't have to worry about accidentally selecting other panels or shells or whatever. And then I'm going to control right click to shell border, and then I'm going to shift, hold down shift, and then drag select over the whole piece. And that's going to invert the selection. So now the borders won't be selected.